I was 15. Tennessee was too boring. So, why not run away to Dallas? I mean, nobody knows me there, so I could become a long-lost countess from some foreign country. I mean, the things I did is not necessarily something to look up to. In fact, it's quite the opposite. They were very inappropriate. I just wanted to do something that challenged me. You know, change my identity, crash a couple of expensive and stolen cars, and the high-speed car chases were the best parts. Take it from me. Challenge yourself daily, or you won't know your true potential. I had to challenge myself because my IQ is 176, so practically everything is boring to me. I mean, I'm not a psychopath, but I am a sociopath, which is to say, I am an antisocial delinquent. So, I wrote a book about all the stuff I did, because I think that my life, or at least this part of my life, is a very high and thrilling story with a bunch of frequent turns. Some things you would not expect do occur in here. And in fact, my book may seem like it's fictional, but it is my life. It is the story of my life. The book that I wrote, though, is not appropriate for younger readers. It's actually meant for adults or the seniors in high school or juniors. It's meant for a more mature audience. Even though this book is for the mature people, it is very resourceful to them. They can learn from it what not to do. What happens in this book prepares high school students for the tough life in the real world. The world is a gigantic place, and sometimes when we're thrown into situations, we don't even know what to do. So this has a bunch of those situations where you typically don't know what to do, and you can learn from me what not to do. Granted, students, when they get older, hopefully won't be stealing cars, changing their identity, and, robbing a couple of places. But there are such things as divorces. Those are reality. And identity thieves like me. Students should learn from me and plan ahead accordingly. Like I said earlier, when you are thrown into a situation, sometimes you don't know what to do. So you always have to plan out for the unexpected turns. Expect the unexpected. You have to be intelligent and definitely not ignorant when you go into the world. You have to know how to weave yourself out of your lies, your own lies, and the traps that other people set for you. I think when I went out into the world, when I ran away, I was too inexperienced. I didn't know what sex slaves were. I do now. Or at least I learned the 7 months after I ran away. And then I also didn't know what rape was. I learned it a couple of months during those 7 months that I ran away, because it did happen to me. My book, like I said earlier, is for adults, but it's good for the high school students because they learn about the harsh society beyond the school brick building walls. Not only is it advisable for the older kids to read, but it also, at least for me, makes me feel something. Scared when I had a gun to my head in a park. Happy when I called my dad after I'd run away, and when he figured out it was me, the first thing he said is, "I love you." These are emotionally effective because if you put yourself in my shoes, then it's clear as day how I felt. You could feel my feelings. I was tired of acting in the end, tired of all the show I put on. And the sad thing is, putting on shows is what people do daily. We all hide and improvise and act and pretend we are something that we are not. It's something that happens, and it's a sad thing, but it does. So, there's a reason why I think the limited funds should be put towards my book. First off, it will help the students learn about the real world, and then from it you can take the idea that you have to challenge yourself daily. You have to. It's just, it'll help you see what you can be, and it will basically teach them what not to do. I actually have some examples. I have a couple of passports that I made. This is something I did do when I was younger. I actually made social security numbers for quite some time too, until the government started using them a lot more. So, don't make these. I don't know, was I in it? I don't even know if I was in it.